I was face to face with a friend I'd trusted for years, and something felt off. His words were perfect, his smile steady, but a tiny part of me screamed liar. That night I realized most of us are blind to deception, and the secret isn't in spotting lies, but in knowing the one question that always unravels them. It started with a friend named Jake. He swore he'd finish the project, but his eyes darted left when he said, "I promise." I felt that knot in my stomach, the one we all get when something's off. But instead of confronting him, I stayed quiet. Later, I discovered a single question could have saved me weeks of doubt. That question changed how I see every conversation. Here's what blew my mind. Research from psychologist Paul Ekman, the guy who inspired Lie to Me, shows that liars often over-rehearse. They craft perfect narratives, but forget that truth is messy. Real memories have gaps, hesitations, and contradictions. When someone tells a story too smoothly, your brain should ping. But here's the twist. Most of us miss that ping because we're listening for the wrong thing. We focus on words, not the invisible structure beneath them. Take the case of corporate fraudster Bernie Madoff. Investors asked him detailed questions about returns, and he answered flawlessly. But one analyst, Harry Markopoulos, noticed something eerie. Madoff never once hesitated when asked about his strategy's mechanics. Markopoulos later said, "Honest people pause to remember, liars pause to fabricate." That tiny observation exposed the largest Ponzi scheme in history. The secret? It wasn't the words, it was the absence of authentic struggle. Now, this is where it gets personal. Most of us think liars avoid eye contact or fidget. But studies from the University of Michigan found that skilled liars actually hold eye contact longer and stay unnaturally still. They're overcompensating. The real tell isn't what they do. It's what they don't do. They never ask clarifying questions back. Honest people, when challenged, instinctively seek understanding. Liars defend. They close off. That asymmetry is the crack in their armor. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. I tested this with Jake. Instead of accusing him, I asked, "Can you walk me through your process step by step, like I'm 5?" He froze. His eyes went wide. He started with, "Well, first," then trailed off. A truthful person would have laughed, said, "Okay, weirdo," and explained with messy details. He couldn't. Because liars build houses of cards, and that question was a gust of wind. He never finished the project. I didn't need a lie detector. I just needed to ask the right thing. Here's the deepest truth. Deception isn't just about hiding facts. It's about controlling your reality. Neurologically, when someone lies, their prefrontal cortex, the part that handles complex reasoning, lights up like a Christmas tree because they're suppressing truth while constructing fiction. That cognitive load leaks out in subtle ways. They simplify, they repeat phrases, they avoid specifics. And the one question that exploits this is deceptively simple. Ask for a chronological reverse. Tell me what happened, but start from the end and work backward. FBI interrogators use this technique. In a 2018 study by Dr. Aldert Vrij, participants who lied about a staged theft were asked to recount events backward. Their stories became riddled with inconsistencies. Timelines shifted, details vanished. Truth-tellers, though, managed fine, because real memories are stored episodically, not linearly. The liar's brain, already overloaded, couldn't keep the fiction straight. The result? Deception detection accuracy jumped from 54% to over 80%. That question is the master key to the liar's prison. Think about what this means for you. Every day you navigate a world full of half-truths, from a partner's "I'm fine" to a colleague's "I'll have it by Friday." We've been conditioned to trust our gut, but our gut is lazy. It prefers comfort over accuracy. The real skill isn't suspicion, it's curiosity. You don't need to become a cynic. You need to become a scientist of human behavior. When you ask that reverse question, you're not attacking, you're inviting clarity. And honesty always accepts that invitation. I once ignored this with a business partner. He said the deal was solid, and I believed him because he seemed confident. I didn't ask the hard question. 6 months later,